We live in a world built on sand. Every piece of technology you touch, from the phone in your pocket to the systems orbiting our planet, begins as a humble grain of silicon. But how does sand become intelligence? Hello everyone, and welcome. I am Sai Pavan, the founder of Silitome. For years, I've watched brilliant students and engineers get intimidated by hardware design. They are told it's too hard, too expensive, or too complex. Today, we are here to change that narrative. Welcome to the first chapter of your journey into the world of digital design. You might be wondering, what does Silitome mean? It comes from combining two concepts: silicon, the foundation of modern electronics, and tome, which is an ancient word for a large, scholarly book. At Silitome, we believe that the most powerful books ever written aren't made of paper and ink. They are written in logic gates, timing diagrams, and code etched onto silicon. Our goal is to open that book for you. We want to bridge the massive gap between the theory you learn in university and the actual skills used by semiconductor giants like Intel, Nvidia, or AMD. Our motto is weaving your logic into the fabric of the future. But what does that actually mean? Think of a textile loom. You have individual threads: red, blue, gold. On their own, they're just string. But when a weaver arranges them in a specific pattern, they create a tapestry, a functional fabric. In our world, the threads are digital logic gates, ANDs, ORs, and NOTs. The pattern you create is your code written in languages like Verilog. And the fabric? That is the silicon chip itself, often called the FPGA fabric. When we teach you to weave logic, we aren't just teaching you to write code. We are teaching you how to physically structure electricity and information to perform a task. To understand how we do this, we need to understand the industry itself. We work in a field called VLSI. VLSI stands for Very Large Scale Integration. In the 1960s, a chip might have had 10 transistors. Today, a modern processor can have tens of billions of transistors on a piece of silicon the size of your fingernail. The best way to think about VLSI is city planning. Imagine trying to fit all the roads, buildings, power lines, and traffic lights of New York City onto the head of a pin. Not only does it all have to fit, but the traffic, the data, has to move perfectly without crashing, and the electricity must reach every building efficiently. VLSI is the art and science of designing that microscopic city.
So, how do we build this city? We follow a specific map called the VLSI design flow. While this process can get very complicated, it generally has two main phases: the front end and the back end. Let's walk through the journey of a chip, which starts with an idea. What should this chip do? How fast should it be? We define the blueprint here. This is where Silitome focuses the most. RTS stands for Register Transfer Level, where engineers write the code, usually in Verilog or VHDL, that describes how data moves and changes within the chip. Before we build anything, we have to test it virtually. Does the logic actually work? We simulate the design to catch bugs. If you find a bug here, it costs nothing to fix. If you find a bug later, it costs millions. Now, here is a crucial split. If we are using an FPGA, we take that verified design and download it directly onto the chip on our desk. But if we are making a permanent, custom chip called an ASIC, we move to the back end. Synthesis turns our human-readable Verilog code into a massive netlist of actual logic gates. Physical design determines where on the silicon wafer those gates will sit. From an idea in your head to a physical piece of silicon running billions of calculations per second, that is the magic of VLSI.
At Silitome, we are dedicated to empowering you to master those essential first steps in technology: the architecture, the RTL design, and the verification process. Remember, architecture is not limited to physical structures, it extends to the world of bits and bytes, where every design decision shapes the final outcome. With our robust FPGA tools, you have the ability to grasp these critical concepts right from your desk. We invite you to join our community of innovators and thinkers who are shaping the future of technology. By collaborating and sharing insights, we can all enhance our understanding and skills in this dynamic field. If you're ready to transition from merely using technology to actively defining it, then you are in the right place. Don't forget to engage with us. If this lesson has provided you with valuable insights, or if you have any questions, we encourage you to drop your comments below. Your feedback is vital for our growth and helps us serve you better. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Silitome to stay connected with our latest content. We look forward to seeing you in the next chapter of your learning journey.